Okay, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Scoreboard Addicts podcast. We had a little bit of a hiatus last week, but we are back in full effect. I'm Nick, and with me as always is TJ, who's hammered, and Anthony, the Rook.
Back on the bottom.
You're back on the bottom. You showed up late, guy. Come on now.
Like a bottom bitch.
You are a power bottom.
He's a power bottom. Oh, man. If only who's the wrestler you look like? Who's the wrestler you look like? Pete Gas? Yeah.
That's one of the guys from the
from the Mean Street Posse. Yeah, you look like him right now. All right. Well, let's talk about here we are today. It's Thursday. It's weird. We usually record on Wednesdays, but it's a Thursday. So Rook, what do we got on the agenda for us today?
Here are a few things in the agenda. Oh my god!
Counselor?
On the agenda, we got talk about name changes. We're talking about the World Series. Talking about NFL football. Getting into that. Basketball started. Hockey in full swing. And then I have a rant that I have to go on later. But before I go on that one, I do want to say I hope you guys have had lovely weeks. I have not. I know TJ. Respectfully, it's been a tough week for you as well. I do want to say though, your dad is maybe one of our biggest fans, and talking with him about the podcast.
Except for TJ, he doesn't like TJ.
Yeah, he doesn't like TJ.
That was his only complaint.
Which is amazing. He's like, that guy curses way too much.
I believe he called you a chucklehead.
There's nothing worse than getting crapped on by your own dad at your grandfather's wake. I mean,
yeah.
My father said the same thing about you.
Beating dead horse. Your father loves me. That's a lie.
I didn't say he doesn't love you. I said he said TJ curses too much.
He did say TJ curses too much. It's the same complaint to me. He said Nick too. He's like, Anthony, you're pretty good at it. Pretty good at not cursing.
It's because your wife's standing next to you, giving you dirty looks.
No, she's upstairs right now. But I told him the reason why is I have a law career I have to protect. That's why I don't curse as much.
Are you kidding me? Compared to how I curse at work, I'm not cursing at all.
Yeah.
Speak loud, I'm not punching my table.
Yeah.
When you work for the city of New York, you're allowed to curse a lot. There's nothing to really be happy about right now.
No. And then also, I know, so once again, TJ, condolences to you and your family.
Thank you.
Last week, which is why we were off last week. But I actually injured myself over the weekend. Right now I'm suffering from a partial torn ligament in my ankle.
Doing what?
Pumpkin picking? Tell me you had an accident at the pumpkin patch with your family.
No, I actually didn't go to the pumpkin patch this weekend. It was the weekend before. But no, I went to the doctor and the doctor's like, it's just basic wear and tear. He's like, it was just bound to just go.
The life of a lawyer.
I was like, Jesus Christ. He's like,
I thought he got carpal tunnel.
So
he got a paper cut on a legal pad or something?
Yeah. So I was miserable the whole weekend, limping around. Again on Monday night, my wife's like, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm still kind of limping. She's like, you could barely walk in the door. And then she's like, let me see your ankle. I take off my sock. It's like a softball. So I had to go to the doctor's. I got medication and everything.
I mean, that's my knee every day with my arthritis.
Yeah. So originally I thought I might have had gout.
In your ankle?
Because you're eating a lot of liver these days?
No, but gout's the king disease. You can drink beer and eat red meat and fried food.
No, but you get gout from eating like liver and crap like that.
Well, that too. But I was like, oh man, I've had a few beers this week, and like, it's not my foot, my toe though. It's usually the toe. So you get gout in the ankle. So I'm like, oh my God, thank God I didn't get it. I guess I'm not like that fat. And then I realized like I didn't do anything to break my ligament in my ankle. So I'm like, I don't feel that much better about my weight, because what else would cause my ligament to go besides me just walking around normal with all my weight? So like, I didn't have gout, but I'm still feel like I'm fat.
Yeah, I think at this point you're throwing yourself under the bus. You're one of those lawyers that's an ambulance chaser. You're just rifling through room to room in the ER, apparently.
Running through. That's why I twisted my ankle trying to get into somebody's hospital room.
He saw somebody slip, and he was trying to give them his card, and he injured himself in the process.
And then I slipped, so I needed an attorney as well. I wanted to make it a class action case. But, yeah, it's a tough weekend for your boy over here. But I'm walking better. I'm on medicine. But I'm on the men right now. I have PT that I have to do this. I told my brother, I was like, holy shit.
Did they give you one of those Aircast boots?
No, they didn't. It's actually not that bad of a tear where I need to get a boot or crutches, but it is there.
Is it messed up that I wish you had gout?
I've had it before. It's not
there's an episode of King of the Hill where Bobby gets gout and he's walking around, he's driving around on a rascal scooter.
That's what I felt like when I had gout like 4 years ago. I got it and I was like, I'm fucking Bobby Hill right now. This is terrible.
Oh, okay. So moving on beyond the gout.
Shout out to your weak ankles.
They're dainty.
I broke my cankle.
All right. Moving forward. Let's start off with that first topic. We're talking about PETA wanting to ban the term bullpen and change it to the arm barn. Okay. My God. If ever there was an organization that just needed to step aside and just shut the fuck up forever, PETA, you've just been volunteered. I take it back. You've just been voluntold. Shut the fuck up. This is the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. Gents, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think things are pretty good for the animal community if now they're going after names of
referring to animals
where MLB pitchers warm up. I mean, if we went that far down the rabbit hole of insulting a pen of cows or bulls, I mean, they have nothing better to do. They have absolutely nothing better to do.
They were like, we're not relevant anymore.
I liked them better when they were in Manhattan dumping like buckets of fake blood on these women wearing these big fur coats, because at least that was entertaining, because you know that woman or guy or whoever just got dumped on was beating the crap out of that person. Now what do? You're just randomly throwing things out there. Oh, don't call it a bullpen anymore. It's offensive to cows. Like, did you ask the cows? I want to see
the cow have to say, eat more chicken.
Like
that was not a sound effect. That's actually really good. Like that was his own mouth. For anyone who's listened to the audio version of this, that was not a sound effect.
The cow didn't say eat more chicken. That was a Chick-fil-A joke.
Listen, it's getting, I mean, it's beyond ridiculous at this point. So I'm not surprised by any of it. You know, next they're going to say airplanes are offensive because they take up too much space in the sky and the birds are getting upset. Like, nothing surprises me.
Well, I'm afraid if we go to arm barn, we're going to insult anyone who may not have an arm. Like any amputees out there.
Are they not allowed in the barn?
They'll be offended. And then like,
I feel like hand jam.
Also, like, but when you move it to a barn, like, don't cows live in barns too? Isn't that offensive that they're?
No, like a barn is where you keep the hay for the horses and the cows.
Oh, I thought.
And it's also for tools.
Oh, okay.
And if it's not red, it's not a barn.
If it's not red, it's not a barn. No. Well, either way, I mean, it's just stupid. I think it's just. What else do they have to go after?
They're irrelevant.
Pick that up. What? Like, why would they even be reporting that? It's laughable. I mean, you're definitely getting told that at a Seminoles game you can't do the chop anymore.
Definitely not.
That's right around the corner.
That's definitely never. You know, Atlanta does the chop because of the Florida State Seminoles.
Right, but either way, you're going to get told in Atlanta. You're going to get told in Florida.
The Seminoles. So here's the problem: the Seminoles play in Florida, and Florida don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. And B, the Seminoles have a long-standing relationship with the tribe that they represent, and the tribe loves them.
Oh, I'm not saying it's going to be from Native Americans.
So if the white man wants to sit there and say, you can't do that,
that's where it's going to come from. It's going to come from some pink and purple-haired person crying outside the school saying it's
I'll tell you, Florida State couldn't give a shit less.
As the Native Americans walk past and goes, what an idiot.
Pretty much. But
wait, if they're offended by the name, are they not offended that the ball is made out of cowhide?
That's a great question.
Like, why are they going after the bullpen? Meanwhile, the balls that are thrown in the bullpen are made of animal.
And the gloves, too. Well, except for those new ugly-ass Rawlings gloves that are made out of plastic. I just said it, Rawlings. Your Rev 1X gloves are fucking fugly.
I think at this point, anybody can submit an argument, and if anybody wants to pick it up and run with it, they'll make it into a big news story that means absolutely nothing.
Let's be legitimate about the whole situation. It's all because PETA hasn't said anything in years, and they're irrelevant for the most part.
That's not true. That's not true. About a year ago, there was a whole big thing because they were going after Maryland's, crab industry, and Maryland. You think of Maryland, you think crab cakes and all that good stuff.
And football, that's what they do.
That's what they do. But they started posting, I forget if it was on I-95 or one of the major highways in Maryland. There was a big PETA sign that was a crab, and essentially it said, don't eat me, I have feelings too.
No, you don't.
It hurts or whatever. And then one of the crab places, it might have been Phillips, I forget which one.
I think it was Phillips.
Bought a sign like 10 feet away that said, "But I'm delicious as hell," or some crap like that. So I mean,
that's like the seasoning on the crab cook.
Yeah,
but to be fair, that didn't trend on Twitter. This fucking arm barn nonsense is fucking trending.
I think it's trending more because it's ridiculous.
Absolutely, and shout out to our friend Matt who posted that great gif of Chris Jericho saying "arm bar," which is a classic WCW moment. Arm barn, arm bar. I thought it was great. Shout out to him.
And shout out to Steve, because Steve just messaged me like as we started talking about this, and he put arm barn is badass. Like
awful.
It's not.
But I wouldn't put it past. I still wouldn't put it past the MLB caving to any sort of minute pressure from one of these bullshit places like PETA and organizations like PETA, because I mean that's what big business does. Do they honestly think they're going to lose ticket sales or jersey sales or viewers if they don't comply with PETA?
No.
Somebody up there I guarantee, will really be looking at this at corporate and be like, maybe we should change the name.
Yeah, Rob Manfred, because he's got no spine.
No balls. Continuing the trend of stupid names, the Cleveland Guardians roller derby team is suing the Cleveland Guardians baseball team, which should be the Cleveland Indians, for stealing their name. And I couldn't be happier. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. That's what you get.
Stupid name anyway.
Lawyer, our counselor, could you give us a little bit of a, do the Cleveland Guardians, what are the ramifications for the Cleveland Guardians baseball team with regard to the Cleveland Guardians roller derby team?
I don't know. I mean, it really depends if the Cleveland Guardians roller derby actually copyrighted the name and then copyrighted it for whatever reasons. Obviously, you're allowed to have the same nickname like Guardians, because obviously we wouldn't have New York Rangers, Texas Rangers. You wouldn't have
San Francisco Giants, New York Giants.
Exactly. So obviously with that, you're allowed to do it, especially if it's different font, different,
colors, shit like that.
Different sport, you're doing different things. It really depends on whether or not you can confuse someone to like go to a certain like event or something, thinking that it was the roller derby team, let's just say for six. I think the roller derby team, they're doing it. But when it comes down to it, MLB is going to have, well, not MLB, but Cleveland Guardians are going to have more of a bankroll, and they'll probably just get drowned in like legal fees and paperwork. And next thing you know, they're just like, we'll just settle and give it to them. I think the main issue is I think the Cleveland Guardians own the website, like Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, the domain?
The domain, yeah. And I think the Cleveland Guardians baseball team wants it. I don't know the whole thing completely, but I remember that was an issue when it first occurred, the name change. So I would think that possibly, they're probably just end up settling and just get their money and maybe just go by a different name, or even just still be the Cleveland Guardians, but it could be Cleveland Guardians roller derby team, which, I mean, besides this, has anyone ever looked into the Cleveland Guardians roller derby team before?
Not at all, but if you want to make a quick buck, buy that .com off of like GoDaddy or something like that, Cleveland Guardians roller derby, and you can probably sell it to them for like $5 or $6 grand in about a month when they settle.
Yeah, and then the other thing too is that's the same thing happened to the Washington football team. Is they had like released the different names they were going to go with, and like just I guess either leaked or whatever it was, and someone had bought a bunch of the domains, like the Red Tails, the whatever it was,
the Red Wolves, the Red Hogs.
someone like bought like every single one of those domains, and they were like, we're not gonna get like strong arm to paying this guy like $1 million.
We just won't have a website.
So they're like, we're just gonna come with a different name that nobody knows about before, buy the domains previously before anyone even knows about it. So, and that happens too as well. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a copyright attorney, so I don't really know too much into it.
I was hoping you were going to go out to Cleveland and defend the Cleveland Guardians roller derby team pro bono.
I'm not licensed in Ohio, so
I mean,
if it wasn't for his ankle, he would have been out there skating with them.
I would have been on the roller derby team. I would have been like, I'll do a pro bono as long as I get a spot in the royal goddamn
roller. What's wrong with you today?
I don't know.
You go to court talking like that?
Roller derby. I mean, notice I've been talking too much. I had a lot of hearings this week and last week, so.
What type of meds do they give you for that ankle, pal? You flying?
I don't know. I'm just I can't talk now. It's late.
You're spacey, my man.
All right. So all that being said, talking about baseball, we're moving on to the World Series tied at 1-1 and an amazing performance by Charlie Morton with a broken leg.
Amazing.
Now, so here's I saw something on the Twitter, right? The little birdie told me. What was more impressive? Charlie Morton with the broken leg in the World Series or Kurt Schilling with the ketchup on his sock?
Charlie Morton.
I almost said Corey Morton. What is wrong with me today?
What is going on? I was saying, and somebody goes, oh, it was Kurt Schilling. The Red Sox hadn't won in 2.5 billion years and da-da-da. And I still don't believe that was blood to this day.
But who cares? Wow, you had a cut on your ankle and it was bleeding. Congratulations.
He claimed it was from a shot. And like, how do you bleeds that much from a shot?
No, I think he said he tore a ligament in his leg or some shit like that. I don't remember. In his ankle, he tore a ligament.
I did too, and I wasn't bleeding. I didn't have any bloody socks. I still went to work.
It's fucking ketchup.
Do I get any credit?
It was
ketchup. Pitching on a
Did you win?
Leg and putting all that pressure to fire out 96-mile-an-hour fastballs. What did he record? 5 outs on it?
He recorded 3 outs. 2 of them were strikeouts.
Right.
It was pretty epic. I mean, I think he's won.
The last one against Altuve, right?
Last one was Altuve too. That little shit bastard.
Great, wonderful.
So my pick for the World Series, I'm going to say Braves in 6, and I'm going to pick Freddie Freeman to be MVP.
I'm going to go Braves in 6 as well. I like Jock Peterson and his pearls. I think him and his pearl necklace are going to win the MVP. Even though the start of we've already seen 2 games. I don't think he's done any major damage yet, but
I mean, I don't think Freddie Freeman has either, but his name is Freddie Freeman. He keeps the ladies.
I absolutely hate the Astros, so I'm going to go with Atlanta again. But I'm going to say in 7. I think it's going to be a series.
Atlanta for our friend Brian.
Who's your MVP?
Shout out to Brian.
I don't know. I mean, in my book, I think Charlie Morton should be the MVP.
My choice was going to be Charlie Morton. I switched to Jock Peterson.
I didn't realize Jock Peterson was that fat. I saw a picture of him walking into. I was like, "What the? That can't be him."
He's chonk.
That uniform hides it so well.
Yeah, he does. Originally, we going into it, I was like, I think Charlie Morton's going to win at least 2 games in this World Series. Like, he's going to be a difference maker. And then he broke his leg in the first game. I'm like, well, there goes that.
If he comes back to pitch another game and wins.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, Doc, can we just throw a couple ratchet straps on my leg and keep it nice and tight? Let me get out there and just throw.
Put a splint on it. I can do it.
Oh, yeah. Duct tape the hell out of it. Duct tape works for everything.
That's a fact.
Kyler Murray just ran for a first down. We're watching Thursday Night Football while I was doing this, but he ran for a first down. And I always think of that meme that says he looks like a little kid running away with candy.
So moving forward, basketball is back. And what a shock. The New York City Knickerbockers are looking good.
Bing bong.
I got to say, I'm not into basketball. And I know that, TJ is not into basketball. I am not into basketball. I'm not the greatest basketball fan in the world, but I will call myself a Knicks fan. And it is nice. I watched the game tonight. Knicks won 104-103 against the Bulls.
Came down to the wire.
And it shouldn't have come down to the wire, but it came down to the wire. And the Knicks they're drawing fouls. They're driving the lane, which is good because most teams now are just like, all right, just chuck it from half court. It's all good.
Kemba Walker's starting to heat up.
Yeah, Kemba Walker looks great. Julius Randle's doing the Julius Randle thing, and RJ looks really good to start the season.
He's looking really good. He's playing both ways. He's playing offense, and they also have Derrick Rose is actually leading the league in plus minus, which is incredible. He's older, but man, he can still play. And it's crazy to think that this is Derrick Rose's second stint with the Knicks, and like it's making the first stint as a New York Knick like non-existent because he was not that good when he first came here. And then he like rejuvenated his career and everything, and now he's so much better. And it's great to see him succeeding after that injury in Chicago, and he's playing well. And he's like one of the most likable players. Like everyone just cheers for him, not people from New York, but just NBA fans just want to see him, see him succeed. And it's awesome.
And then, unfortunately, the Nets are bad.
Yeah,
at least not starting the season as hot as they wanted to, and that seems to be the case for quite a few super teams.
Do you know why?
Talk to me. Why?
Because the NBA changed the rule where you can't do that anymore. That I'm going to lean into you, and then shoot to get the three.
The Rich Harden.
Yeah, the James Harden. Yeah,
James Harden. I'm sorry, Rich Harden's a baseball player.
Yeah, James Harden, and that's what's like frustrating the Nets because James Harden's not putting up 30 points per night
because he can't because he can't walk.
Not getting to the free throw. No, I don't even walking. It's just getting to the free throw. He's used to.
I'm sorry, but James Harden does the 1 step forward, 6 steps back, and they never call a walk on his ass. It's a walk.
No, they don't. But he also always does is if he pump fakes someone and someone just jumps in the air, he'll jump into them on purpose.
Yeah, he does do that.
And he makes the contact, not the player. So without that being called anymore, he's not getting to the free throw like 10, 15 times a game and just hitting every single free throw. So that's the main issue with the Nets. And the other issue with the Nets is that Kyrie Irving
is not playing
the vaccine. So, and it's not even an NBA thing because everyone's like, why don't the NBA just let him play? It's just a New York City mandate. I mean, you guys work in New York City, and Nick, you're a National Guard. I mean, it's becoming a thing where everyone there's this mandate, and they have to get the vaccine. If you're
everybody has a mandate except for the people that are making the mandates.
Exactly, and I mean that's just the government, though. We know that, but Kyrie won't get it, and he can't perform. He can't play for the Brooklyn Nets until he gets it, and he's just not going to get it. So the Nets sent him home. They said, if you're not going to be able to play in all of the games, you're not playing the half games when we're away. And I get annoyed with the vaccine mandate that de Blasio put in, only because it doesn't make sense if a team, so like a team from LA, like Lakers come in, Lakers don't have to be vaccinated, and they could play in the Garden, they could play in the Barclays Center. But why is it that if a player who is in the same exact league as them, they're not getting vaccinated, they're not allowed to play in the
and it includes internationally too, right? Because you still got Toronto coming in.
Exactly.
And it's ridiculous, absolutely. But
you know what? With all that being said, I understand there's contracts and there would be legal issues, but considering it's a New York City mandate, I would have been happy to see the Nets turn around and say, "Good, we're going to go play in Connecticut."
Yeah,
that would actually.
We can't play here with our team. New York is saying we can't play here, so the Barclays Center can sue New York City because they're eliminating our best player, and we're not playing without him. So you want to put into effect bullshit?
That's a very good point, T. Very good point.
So my point is, like, I'm not trying to get into the political of whether or not the vaccine mandate should be in, but I just believe if you're going to put in a mandate or you're going to do rules, at least make it consistent across the board. Like if LeBron James isn't vaccinated, he can't play in the Garden.
Make it make sense.
Make me understand why is it that Kyrie Irving can't play, but if he was to play for a different team,
it would be fine.
Oklahoma City Thunder didn't get the vaccine, he could play at home and he could play in New York. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's the frustrating part of it.
Absolutely. So why the Lakers suck? It's because of LeBron. Let's be honest.
No, it's LeBron.
You got too many egos on that team. Too many people that want to win and just be the big shot on the team that gets the last shot.
T, you actually called this over the summer.
Yeah. Guess what? You got to get there. You got to get there to make that last shot for the game winner, or put it away. Up by 5 or 6, and they can't get there. They have too many egos on that team. Too many people jostling for the this is my team.
Too many people want the ball.
Yeah, and you know what? You could put as many friggin' big stars on that team or former big stars. Let's be real, and you're going to end up with the same thing, especially in a league like basketball, where it's all ego driven. It's all who's sneakers selling and who's jersey selling, and who's showing up to the press conference with the most bling and spouting all whatever bullshit they want to push and sell. It's nonsense. It's all ego driven. They get more of their money by outside endorsements. So you have to be the big swinging dick in the locker room.
Well, but basketball is an individual driven game.
Yeah.
It's of the 4 major American sports, it's the least team oriented.
Yeah.
If you have one star, you can win it all, as opposed to the other 3 sports where if you have one star, he's just Mike Trout ain't helping the Angels win the World Series, and you can have one star on a football team and they'll still suck every day.
You can listen, it puts fans in the stands and it boosts jersey sales, but at the end of the day, you just put how many players you're starting 5 and not a single one of them is a team player. So what did you think was going to happen?
And it sucks too. I think for Anthony Davis it sucks more because I feel like he just wanted to go play with LeBron, be the 2 superstars, and like just have a team of players behind him. And then Carmelo Anthony comes in, Russ Westbrook, Dwight Howard's back, and it's like
Dwight Howard's back. That's crazy.
Like it's just I don't think it works. I don't think they have as many role players as they do as they have big guns. And like I love Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony dropped 28 the other day, and the Lakers finally won. I think he's just great off the bench. And I think he just should have went to a team where he could just be that 6 man, come in and just be a walking bucket. I mean, because that's what he is.
Back to the Knicks.
The points. So
wasn't there a shoving match between D-Wade the other day and them?
Say that again.
Wasn't there just a shoving match on the Lakers bench the other day?
Between, Dwight versus AD. They got into a fight in the middle of the game. Yeah.
I said D-Wade. I meant Dwight Howard.
Yeah, and then I was going to say a point about like the whole like individual like dribbling. It's frustrating because like New York Knicks right now are 4-1. They lost 1 game, and everyone's still like, oh, they're a superstar away from winning.
They're 5-1.
Oh, they're 5-1. Sorry,
they won tonight.
Yeah, that's right. I thought this was their 5th game. Sorry. So it's like they're like, oh, the Knicks are good, but like they're still a superstar away. Like, wait, why can't the New York Knicks win a championship with this core? Like they have 1 through 15 of players that can contribute to the team. Like, why is that not enough? Like, why do we need Damian Lillard?
I take a team like the Knicks.
I take it back. They are
have the superstar and play like a team versus like when they were building the Lakers. What did they think was going to happen? They thought they would. You know what they thought? They probably thought, all right, we're going to dominate, we're going to win, and we don't have to worry about the bullshit. All right, playing as a team and getting along and all that stuff. Let's just go out there and winning unites everybody. When everybody's happy and everybody's winning, it doesn't matter if you play like a team or you got a good relationship amongst the guys. And they're finding out. Guess what? When the losses come, and they're coming, doesn't really work out. There's gonna be a lot more pushing and shoving.
Well, that's because
how long until somebody wants out of LA?
I'm a superstar. It can't be because of me, so it must be because of you.
Right.
And I don't even think, TJ, it's not a time of when someone wants them out. I think it's a time when of LeBron James wants them out.
He's looking at everybody but himself, and he's firing them all one by one.
I think I tweeted, I don't know, from our account or from my own account, but it was like LeBron James went to the locker room just looking around like, which one of you motherfuckers is going to retire or get traded? Because I'm getting rid of
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's true. It's like Survivor. He's looking to vote people out of the locker room right out the gate.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But, I mean, look at the thing with Carmelo Anthony and when Linsanity was going on in the Knicks. He was pissed.
Yeah, he hated that. He
was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. It doesn't matter if you're winning or losing. You got to be the star. You got to be what everybody talks about. And that's all these guys' egos, and that's what they're all about. And I hope they continue to lose.
Yeah, and I like the Knicks team right now with the way they play. So
I do as well. Before we continue, I just want to point out, see this awesome glass here. My beautiful girlfriend, Meredith, got me this awesome glass that you take this little rubber thing, you put it inside, and it fills half of it with ice. And you throw your drink in there, and like half the cup is ice. And it just keeps your drink cold the whole time through. It's fucking awesome.
Are you trying to rub it in?
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Shout out Meredith though, because it was funny when she came out. She came out for my birthday. She was like, "I'm kind of starstruck that like TJ, Anthony, and Nick are here for like the podcast." My wife was like, "Do not do not give Anthony a bigger head than he already has. Like she's
like, oh my God, are you Anthony Rook?
She didn't say that, but she was like, I don't know if I hope she was being serious, but I know she was probably joking. But she's like, oh, I'm a little starstruck to meet Anthony and TJ. Like, she's like, I watched the podcast.
She is the sweetest liar ever. Marry that one.
Very
All
nice
right.
girl, Nick. Very nice girl.
So moving into hockey.
I also wait before this. I actually just want to bet because I bet that maybe a touchdown scored in every quarter of this game, and that James Conner touchdown did that for me. So thank you, James Conner.
Nice.
So moving on to the NHL and the Broadway Blue Shirts, coming off a great road trip, and actually very impressive considering they were down Kako and for a couple of games missing Strome as well.
Yeah,
and they still managed to pull it out. The overtime win was Shesterkin.
Oh my God, that gave me a heart attack.
At one point, he's 20 feet in front of the net, and I'm going, oh crap, here we go. If I remember right, he blocks one. It rebounds. Who were we playing that day? Not the Flames.
Was it Ottawa?
I think it was Ottawa. I want to say it was.
No, it was Toronto.
Was it Toronto?
Yeah, because that was the 2-1 overtime win. Yeah, it was Toronto.
And somebody rebounds, and I'm like, he's 20 feet outside the net. I'm like, oh, here it is. We lost. And he blocks that one too. I still can't believe it. Absolutely incredible game by Shesterkin. He's hot right now. And if what's his face was still the head coach, he would have been sitting. Because that's what it felt like last season.
Quinn.
Yeah. If David Quinn was still the head coach, he'd have been like, oh, you're hot right now? Have a seat. He was like the Yankees of hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hot? Okay, we can't have that. That's called luck. Sit down.
I mean, they had a lot of comeback wins in that road trip. I mean, I think
just the other day, they were down 2-0 in the third period and scored 3 goals and win.
Yes, that was incredible.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I was at work. It was Sunday. I was at work.
Yeah.
And I turned the game on while I'm at my desk. I looked away for like 4 seconds. My phone buzzes. Beep, beep, beep. I go, what happened? Rangers won. No, they were losing 2-0 in the third period with 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
I go and look. I'm like, son of a bitch. Who bothered me for 6 minutes?
And the best is also Shesterkin today. I saw someone posted a video of him. He was dressed like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, and his girlfriend was dressed like Mia from Pulp Fiction as well. And they were doing the dance. Yeah, he was doing the dance.
Oh, he was doing
Yeah, he did the whole lot too. They both did it. Like it was like I was watching the movie again.
I gotta watch that shit now.
I gotta find it again, but it was pretty hilarious. So Shesterkin, man, he's living life right now. He's playing well. He's
and Sammy Blais having a hell of a season so far.
Yeah, I love that guy already.
TJ, go ahead, talk. I feel like you got something to say.
No, you know what? What I want to say, not that it's a big surprise, but I think it's it's kind of impressive. The Florida Panthers starting off the season 7-0. I mean, they're hot right now. I mean, they're rolling. You got the Hurricanes without a loss right now too, but we knew the Hurricanes were going to be good. I think the Islanders are falling behind. I mean, 3-2 and a point and tie, overtime loss. I mean, that's probably the biggest surprise. But the Islanders will get hot. I mean, they have a solid team. But I like the way the Rangers are playing. I like the division right now. I think it's a mixed bag of talent and old talent. I think the Capitals are old. I think the Penguins are old. I think there's plenty of room for the Rangers to be a top seed and get up there in the standings. I mean, as long as they keep playing like they're playing now and Shesterkin stays hot and keeps the puck out of the net. But I like this team going forward. I like the dynamic. I like the role playing. The one thing that I wanted to say, I don't know if you guys saw it, but did you guys see PK Subban take a run at Milan Lucic and slew foot him? Second slew foot in 5 games?
Yeah.
And at this point, he's just trying to piss off every big body in the league, and somebody's going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. And it sucks too, because the CBA makes it that the highest
$5,000 fine.
Fine is $5,000. So it's like, I'm going to keep fucking doing it. $5,000 is nothing to these guys.
Yeah, dude. Somebody's gonna light him up. Somebody's gonna light him up. I'm surprised Lucic didn't throw him through the glass.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I gotta say, I think we talked about this earlier this week. I do enjoy watching hockey. I like hockey a lot. There are certain things about hockey I do not like. The first thing being no agreement with New Era, because I'm sorry, Fanatics, your gear's trash. I'm sorry, it just is. All right. I'm not feeling it. Like it's not that. A New Era hat is just great to me. I don't know. It's stupid. I understand. I get it, but no, Fanatics ain't cutting it. All right. Especially now, I just bought a whole bunch of Florida State gear from Fanatics because they did a Operation Hat Trick, which gives money to charity for soldiers and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
And I got a whole bunch of like gear discounted or whatever. And I'm like, why does that look discounted? It looks like really good stuff. And I got it. And I was like, oh, it's cheap. That's why I got it. Too easy. That being said, I can't stand the fact that they don't have a deal with New Era. The second thing that bothers me about hockey is the schedule being so damn intermittent.
Yeah.
Like I love baseball and football because I know baseball wise, there's a game every day except for maybe Monday or Thursday. Flip a coin. It's either a Monday or a Thursday. They won't play. But you will always, if it's Friday, there's a baseball game on. You might have to guess at what time the game is, but there's always a game Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Always 100%. And Wednesday, almost every Wednesday, you're going to have a game every Wednesday, every Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Always. I love that. It's reliability. I know I'm like, oh, what am I going to do right now? I'm watching the game, period. Done. Same thing with football. It's Sunday. There's a game on. That's it. Like, a team is playing on Sunday. Unless you watch every hockey game, then, it's if you're just trying to watch your team, and there's no reason for it except for basketball. Basketball is why the Rangers haven't played in 3 days. It's annoying. And then last but not least, I really hate the point system. I hate it. Like, especially when you're trying to read the box score or you're trying to read the standings and you're like games played and then you see wins and then you see a random ass fucking crooked number and then another number and you're like, wait, now I got to do math to figure out what the fuck. Dude, wins, losses, whether you win in regular play or overtime, who gives a shit? A win is a win is a win is a win. Why are we sitting here splitting hairs over what win is more valuable? Because if you go into overtime against a really good team and you win, you get 1 point. But if you blow out a scrub team, you get 2 points. How does that make sense?
Well, no, you get a point for an overtime loss.
Okay, either way, point being is
either way, you get 2 points for a win. You get the point for getting to the overtime. So you get which I agree. It's like you either win or you lose.
Yeah, exactly. You win or you lose. That's it. I hate this. I hate games that end in ties. I don't believe in ties. This is America. You win or you lose. That's it. There is no fucking, we all walk away. That's why we don't play fucking soccer in this country. All right. Because everybody can't be happy in the end.
Nobody gets excited for a 0-0 score.
Yeah, but you get an overtime loss and overtime win. Secondly, you still win.
But it should just be win or loss.
Going into overtime is not a fucking win. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, I agree.
You're saying the overtime should be the 2 points.
It's either a loss, but there should be no points. Either you have wins or you have losses. That's it.
I agree.
No points.
I see what you mean. You want to get rid of the point system.
It's stupid and the way they write it in the box score in the standings is hard to understand. Because every other league writes wins, losses, ties, but not the NHL. And it's just like if your mindset is the same always, because every other sport is wins, losses, ties. You go to the NHL, you're like wins, overtime. Wait, what? Oh fuck! Now I got to do math and figure this shit out. Because the other day I'm looking at it, I'm going, wait, the Rangers have played this many games. How the fuck? That math? It's just 4-1. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh wait, fuck. Hold on. Let me break my fucking abacus out.
Right now they're 4-2-1 with 9 points. So they're third in the Metropolitan. But I get what you're saying about the schedule, but I guess it's because it's 82 games. The MLB season's 162. You're playing the same opponent 3 days in a row. NHL, obviously you're dancing around, but
the NHL dances around very stupidly. The NHL will be like you're playing the Blue Jackets at home today and away tomorrow.
No, I understand that. I was just going to get to my point. Was I kind of agree with it? I was looking at the Rangers schedule. The Rangers played Monday night on the at home, and they're not playing again until tomorrow, which is Friday. So they had 3 full days off. Well,
that's the thing, though, especially with the Rangers and Madison Square Garden being Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
they'll curtail their schedule around Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey being in town.
They're out of business.
I'm just saying they did.
PETA put them out of business.
I know what you mean, though.
Like, come on. Oh, hey,
Rooks
Bruce
back to
Springsteen's
freezing.
coming to
Yes.
town. No sports.
Rooks back to
Cares.
freezing.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
He did it again.
I see your eyes move. Am I back?
You're back.
No, I was gonna say it's like when San Antonio, the Spurs have the long rodeo road trip because every year in San Antonio they have the rodeo comes in for like a week and a half or like 2 weeks, and the Spurs have to play on the road for like 2 or 3 weeks straight because of the rodeo comes to town.
Well, maybe
Right,
if
because
people in
you
San
have to
Antonio weren't fucking
bring in
hillbillies,
about-
they wouldn't have that problem.
5,000 trucks of dirt, and
Yeah.
you lose the stadium for 2 weeks.
I'd have more respect if it was Monster Truck Rally.
Well, it's also Texas, so.
All right. So moving on from hockey, football week 7 reactions. Wait, you've got one more for hockey?
Yes, the Vegas Golden Knights are struggling. They're 3-4. They have a lot of injuries. And also the thing is too, what I do like about the NHL right now is because you were talking about you hate the Fanatics. What I like with the NHL is right now is if I wanted to watch all of these games, I can on ESPN Plus.
If you have
That
ESPN Plus.
That was not an ad, but it was just saying that I like the fact that NHL is on ESPN now because if every time I want to watch a hockey game, they have like thousands of games on the ESPN Plus app, which is amazing. So I do enjoy that. They now just randomly watch a random hockey game, Winnipeg versus Calgary. Let's do it.
Now, can you watch, like, if we want to? I'm assuming probably not because it's in market. Can I watch the Ranger game on that?
No. In market, you can't do
Blackout
that.
restrictions, baby.
Yeah,
But there is this beautiful thing called a VPN. Try it sometime. All right. So
on to the week 7. Sorry.
So moving on to week 7 reactions. If I could, I'd put a paper bag over my head right now. Fuck the Jets. Most embarrassing franchise in the history of the city of New York. Like, if I could, I'd take the entire franchise and eject them into outer space, but nowhere near this planet. They don't deserve to be in the same atmosphere, the same fucking solar system as the rest of the NFL. They fucking suck. And they lost their rookie quarterback for 2 to 4 weeks. But fear not, Mike White is here to save us all today, or Sunday rather. And on top of that, they got back Joe Flacco, who we never thought to sign in the first place for some strange reason.
Then you gave up a 5th and 6th round pick. And
Just a 6th.
No, it could become a 50th place.
I mean, we've got fucking 45 picks this year. If only they could just stay healthy.
Still.
But I don't want to talk any more about the Jets. They suck so much dicks and balls. They don't deserve my breath.
So here's my reaction about week 7. The New York Giants have an incredible wide receiver, and his name is Daniel Jones. Did you guys see that? ODJ, as they're calling him now, the one-handed snag for 16 yards.
Old Dirty Jones.
Guys, I think I'm going to be sick.
Almost getting destroyed.
Jesus.
Almost getting destroyed on it, too. It's like, just the Giants. The guy just came back from concussion 2 weeks ago. Yeah, let's let him throw. Let's throw a pass to him and hopefully he doesn't get murdered.
He's not going to be your quarterback next year, so what does it matter?
So I think, and we talked about this very briefly on our picks. I think that winning games right now is a bad thing. I think it's going to convince some people that Daniel Jones is the guy. He's not the guy. He's not the guy.
No, but it convince him that he might be, and then they're going to say, let's keep him around for a couple more years, and then they're just going to be in the same terrible cycle.
He'll be Kerry Collins, but without a Super Bowl appearance.
You know what? It's like Kevin Malone says in Office. Sometimes it's just nice to win one, right? It was nice to watch the New York Giants.
I don't disagree.
And it not be like a crazy, tight game. They blew out the Panthers. Like they had to switch Sam Darnold for PJ Walker from the XFL.
It's about time Sam Darnold showed everybody what he's really about.
What he truly is. Without CMC, he's not a great quarterback.
Yeah.
And now the Panthers are actually in talks of trying to get Deshaun Watson from the Texans. So that shows what they're at.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because last I saw, the Dolphins already had a deal. They're just trying to figure out from the league what the ramifications of Deshaun Watson's current ongoing court case is. Once they do that, the trade is done.
Yeah, I think it's just, I'm just saying the Panthers we're in talks just because it's like Sam Darnold just sucks and we need to do something else here at quarterback. And he wasn't going to be the answer after 6 games. They're already knowing that this is why the Jets gave up on him after 4 years already.
And I appreciate the Panthers giving up a 2nd-round pick for him.
But you know what? I gotta give Sam Darnold a little credit. I mean, how many drop balls can you have by your wide receivers? Robbie Anderson sucks. He's awful.
He can run a straight line real fast. You know who he reminds me of?
Stone hands.
What's the guy from
Replacements?
Yeah, Replacements. The Orlando Jones character.
Yeah. What's his name? I can't remember his character's name. They give him the Stickum.
Yeah. Clifford Franklin. Clifford Franklin. Yeah. Robbie Anderson is Clifford Franklin. 100%.
He's just the older version of the kid from Little Giants.
Hot hands.
Yeah. They have the exact same scene. Don't they have the exact same scene to Stickum?
Yeah.
Clifford Franklin's like it's
no. Clifford Franklin doesn't get his hand stuck to himself. Clifford Franklin gets he gets the cup.
Oh, the
stuck
ball.
to his hand. The ball gets stuck to his hand, and then the cup gets stuck first, and then the ball.
Yeah. Okay. But
Hot Hands has his hand stuck to his chest,
and
for some reason, Hot Hands his stickum is black for some reason. He's got like tar on his hands.
Yeah, he's got like pine tar on his hands for some reason. But I mean, God, the Panthers they were 3-0. They're not good anymore. The Broncos were 3-0. They're not good anymore. So they were just pretenders. They had an easy schedule early on, and now it's catching up to league's catching up.
I think the biggest story this week is going to be Patrick Mahomes' injury and what that means for the Chiefs, because I think they're going to have a problem. I think he drives that offense, obviously, as a quarterback, but I don't think they stand a chance without him, and I don't think they're that good without him. And I think it's time to start the trend of the curse of Jackson Mahomes, because he's been more of a story this year than Patrick. And then the night he gets hurt, they're making TikTok videos. Patrick Mahomes sitting there at the dinner table, pissed off that he's injured, and his dumbass brother's making dance videos.
I saw that, and somebody goes,
"How embarrassing!"
How much does Patrick hate his life right now?
Like, dude, I just wanted him to turn around and slap and be like, "Stop."
First of all, he probably doesn't know where he is because he got concussed.
Yeah.
He's probably like, "What's going on right now? I don't even know what the fuck I am." His wife,
Jackson Mahomes, he's a clown.
Shake their ass.
If there was anybody ever riding the coattails on their siblings' fame, it'd
be Eli Manning.
And he's a complete distraction. And you know what? I really wish Patrick Mahomes would come out and be like, "Yeah, he's just stupid." We all have dumbass siblings, and he's dumb.
I think I got a couple likes on Twitter because I tweeted out that Patrick Mahomes is to treat his brother like Aaron Rodgers treats his family.
You did say that, yes.
Aaron Rodgers totally ignores his family, but that's a Patrick.
Aaron Rodgers got stopped for now it's 4th down.
Yeah.
But he just took that ball 8 yards to the 1 yard line.
Patrick Jackson Mahomes is fucking annoying.
It's just embarrassing. It's like
Gen Z,
you understand
guys, Gen Z.
The only reason people know who you are is because of your brother. Just leave it alone. You're not famous.
Yeah, and then
you're just a clown, and you got laughed at by an Eagles fan.
So here's my question: does Patrick Mahomes fall into the Madden curse?
Yeah, I mean, depending on how the season goes,
you're not going good so far. Let's be real; it's not going well right now.
Oh, listen, you already got people saying. I mean, how long did we hear about the Patrick Mahomes dynasty and how it was Patrick Mahomes' time in the league, and it's not Tom Brady time anymore. It's not Aaron Rodgers' time anymore.
And Lamar Jackson,
it's still Tom Brady time and Aaron Rodgers' time.
And Lamar Jackson last year,
right?
He didn't have a great year.
Patrick Mahomes, the first time he was in the Madden cover, he won a Super Bowl. So missed him the first time around. Now he came back onto the Madden curse again. He tried to fight the Madden curse the second time. The Madden curse said, "Fuck you. I'm coming back."
Wow.
Listen, you never know. He could have got the Joe Namath deal.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? He could have made the deal with the devil.
Namath.
Got his one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But, all right.
The devil denied Dan Marino. Too nice of a guy.
But what is any other storylines that were from NFL this week besides the Jets getting blown out 54-13?
I mean,
Jags are on bye, so you can't talk shit about them this week. And they won in London.
I just hate the fact that if what happened with Urban Meyer happened while he was head coach of the Jets, we would still be talking about it right now. And
I agree.
At this point, nobody's saying a fucking word about it in Jacksonville.
I agree.
Because they won a game in London. Oh, wait. Speaking of that, when they won that game, their social media tweeted, "This is for you, Duval. So I wrote back, you won a game while you were in a different country away from Duval County. So how is this really for Duval? You're like trying to just get as far as possible away from.
On top of the fact that nobody from Duval can really travel abroad to go see the game.
Yeah, exactly.
With all the restrictions and stuff.
No, that's because redneck hillbillies don't have fucking passports.
Hey,
not even that. COVID restrictions.
Leave the redneck hillbillies alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're entertaining. If nothing else, they're entertaining.
But I think we've talked about the NFL enough.
Well,
but
we can't forget.
God,
and I'm amazed that we did forget. Well, I'm not amazed that we did forget. What an eye burner that was, Monday Night Football. Oh my God.
I gotta be honest with you guys. You guys want to hear the God's honest truth?
You liked it.
When the Jets suck as bad as they do, I don't watch any football because it just reminds me of how bad they suck. So when the Jets play badly, I just turn off football for the whole day. NFL, I got news for you. Make sure the Jets do well. Make sure all the teams are somewhat competitive because there's got to be more people like that. I can't watch football when my team sucks because then every game I watch, I just sit there and go, why can't my fucking team play somewhat competently?
I honestly, watching that Monday night game between the Saints and Seahawks reminded me of like when you go to one of your like nieces or nephews like T-ball game and you got to sit there and watch everybody hit and everybody get in that bat and everybody take the field and just run around and throw the ball all over the place. And then like who's in the dugout lost, not on the field, and who's not wearing their glove. It was a complete and utter disaster. It was unwatchable. It was not fun or exciting. And I guarantee when they were making that schedule, they're like, oh, what's a good Monday night matchup? Saints and Seahawks. They messed up big time because it was unwatchable.
Yeah, they probably didn't plan on Russell Wilson. Obviously didn't plan on it, but Russell Wilson getting hurt probably didn't really help them. But, the Cardinals are moving here the ball quickly. So,
yeah, they are.
They better not leave too much time on the line for
they're in field goal range.
I got to say, the Cardinals look great in black. If their helmets were black, it'd look even better.
Yeah.
Or no, I take it back. If their helmets were red.
Red would be cool, yeah.
But then what color would the Cardinal be, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, Nick, moving on to the next one, right?
The next one is what we call Rooks Rants.
Oh, yes. I'm really excited for this.
Bring it to us, Rook.
All right. So this is what we call is dumb political ad season. So basically, all the local political ad spots are just absolutely horrendous. You have what's his face from running for governor, Jack Chitterelli, just constantly on WFAN, the Fan, for those in New York, the New York Sports Radio talk, and he just constantly talks about all this, how bad Phil Murphy is, who's the governor of New Jersey.
Yeah, but that guy Phil Murphy does suck, so.
He does suck, but like the reasons that he gives is not the reasons I would put in an ad, like the long lines of D&V. Like I'll fix that. Like that's not like I don't know. I wouldn't run on that platform.
It's an inconvenience. It's not ruining my life.
No, I honestly like his one ad that's like Phil Murphy literally saying, if tax rate is your problem, then New Jersey's not your state. It's like. He's the fact that you would say that instead of listen, we all know the bait and switch. We all know the dance that politicians do. The fact that guy couldn't say like, oh, you know what? The reason the tax rates are so high is our neighborhoods are so safe and our schools are so great and blah, 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 blah. He was just like, no, don't come here. We're going to charge the shit out of you. Deal with it.
Exactly. That one is funny. That's actually true because he did say that. So this is my most recent I guess attack that I've been doing is on Facebook. For some reason, I got this ad for this guy, Mike Beeson, who's running for the county commissioner of Monmouth County. And he constantly comes up. And basically what he's doing is him, and I don't know if it's either his son or his grandson, and they're to like a pizzeria. They go into a Chinese restaurant. They go into a bakery. And he's basically saying the incumbent, whose name is Sue Kiley, she gave herself an $8,000 raise during COVID, which is like, $8,000 really is not much money, but it's like other politicians give to like tens of thousands of dollars in raises, and he's making this a big deal. And this is his entire ad is he basically goes into a restaurant and says, like, how much is your slices of pizza, and then does the math on a napkin of how much the slice of pizza is and how many slices you could buy for $8,000 and how many egg rolls could you buy and how many cookies. And he does this all the time. And the funniest one of them is there's a pizzeria. They go into the pizzeria and he does like the old, like, oh, you old scamp type of like rubbing his son's like hair or his grandson's hair. and the kid just smacks the shit out of his bald head. He's like completely bald, and he's smacking the floor. The guy's just like, get the fuck off. And you see him, they walk into the pizzeria.
What's this guy's name?
Mike Beeson, running for county commissioner of Monmouth County. So I actually looked it up. He puts on his math that the pizza slices are $2.25. When I looked up the pizzeria that he went to, the pizza slices are actually $2.
Up.
So
There he goes again.
Oh, we lost him.
Frozen.
Mike Beeson's getting me. That son of a bitch.
Looks like he's gonna win.
So instead of being $2.25, the slices are actually $2.50 on their website. So he claims that you get $3,900 for 3,900 slices for $8,000 when actually you only get 3,500. So I made a point to say, why are you buying slices? If you really want to get, if you really want to get
pie,
you buy pies. Everyone knows this. So I commented on his, I'm going to have to send you this image, Nick, if you want to put it on the podcast later, but I basically commented on his thing, on his video. You can't really see, it's not coming up on the video, but I might also add that buying slices is not the most efficient way to maximize slices. Everyone knows the better deal is buying pies. 8 slices times $2.50 is $20. You could buy a pie for $14.75 at Federico's. $8,769 divided by $14.75 is 594 and a half pies. 594 and a half pies times 8 is 4,756 slices of pizza. I just increased his pizza output from $3,500 slices to 4,756 slices. That's an increase of 1,200 slices. I said, if this guy misappropriates pizza money by overspending slices, who knows what we may overspend for as the county commissioner? And then you might as well vote me as the county commissioner, doing all that math, figure out how to maximize your slices for $8,769.
You went hard in the paint to go after this guy that his job essentially is meaningless.
Like being the comptroller. Nobody has any idea.
He's not even a comptroller. He's a county commissioner. I don't even know what he does. I don't even know what that position even does.
So apparently it's not maximizing output with money and pizza slices.
So this Asian kid that he's roughhousing with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kid smacks the shit out of him afterwards. And then the thing is too, like, he posted again, like,
Sue Kiley gave herself an $8,769 raise.
Yeah. And then I said, and the funny thing is too, I was like, I tweeted at him. I said, he put a new ad out and it said, new ad coming for like political, whatever. And it's the bakery one. So I put the picture of Ben Affleck, he does that smoking. He's like rolling his eyes like, I sent that picture to him and said, Mike Beeson's campaign manager when he has to film another food segment. I was like, this is
just so bad. It's
horrible.
You know, it's funny, especially if you're watching sports. I want nothing to do with politics mixed in sports. Not on the field, not off the field, not from the players, not from the coaches, not from the teams. And I especially don't want to see stupid political ads to remind me of how batshit crazy New York City, New Jersey, the country is. It's like we watch sports to get away from this crap.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'm not voting for any. These all suck.
Yeah.
I will vote for the first friggin' Jets quarterback that brings me a Super Bowl. They could be fucking president of the universe. I don't care. You have my vote forever.
Joe Namath could be a better.
First of all, the Jets quarterback that wins the Super Bowl is the savior of the universe, and his name is Flash.
Yes.
Seriously, political ads are such a waste of time.
Yeah, and there's
it's crazy. I open my mailbox these days, and there's 8,000 ads, and like, I care about the environment. Really? Then why did you send 3 advertisements to the same house? Jerk off.
Oh yeah. That's another ridiculous one.
I think that wraps it up for us here today. From all of us over here at the Scoreboard Addicts podcast, I want to thank you for being with us this week. We'll see you again next week. From myself, TJ, who's hammered, Anthony, the Rook, we thank you. Come with us again.
And friendly reminder, cheaper to buy pies than slices.
Sanitation boys, hold the line.
Stay rock.